is really important. So right now we're looking at Edge, which is the default web browser that comes with Windows. And with the other browsers, they're going to have a lot of the same features. They're just going to look maybe slightly different for some of the options. So up at the top, you got a back button to go back to the previous site that you were on. There's a refresh button to refresh the page, just in case there's something not working right and you need to reload that page. And then there's a home button that takes you back to the home page, and that could be any website depending on how you have this set up. There's also a bookmark button here, so you can add that page to the favorites or bookmarks. So we'll have that. It's called Google, and we can choose where we want this to go. It can be in your main bookmarks or your favorites bar or some other folders that you've created. I've already got some created here. I'm going to just throw it up on the bookmarks bar and hit done, and you can see that it's showing up here. All the web browsers will do the same thing. They even have an option up here. If you right click up here, usually you can tell it whether or not you want to show the bookmark bar or not. If it's always showing, never showing, or only when you open up a new tab. Up at the top, you've got your favorites list here, and again, it shows you the favorites bar with the folders and subfolders and sites and any other websites that you might have listed under here. The tabs that we just saw about too, there was a message about that. There's a plus sign here, so you can add another tab. That takes us to our home page, and this can be programmed as well. So you can go back and forth between the two different tabs, so you don't have to close one site you're working on to work on another. In the past, it used to be that you had to open two separate web browsers, but that was just, or two copies of the same web browser, and that just chewed up a lot more memory. This is more efficient and uses less memory, so you can have multiple tabs with multiple websites and go between them up here. And instead of closing the whole web browser down, you might want to just X out using these X's, and that closes that one tab. So then you can manage what sites you have open here. Also, you've got a menu option here. It's got 3 dots, and the other browsers are very similar. We'll see them a bit later. And when you click in here, there's settings, and they all have settings, all the web browsers. And when you go in here, you'll see that there's a list of categories where you can go through and change things such as how you're searching, what the start button does, the home button, and any new tabs, how they open and what site they go to. And there's all kinds of different options in here that we're not getting into in this video. But if you're not sure where something is and you know what it might be called, you can click in here into the search, and it searches through the settings to find that option for you. There is no save buttons in here, so once you change something, it's automatically saved. You would just hit the X to close out of that tab and go back to your browsing. That was Edge, so let's have a look at Chrome. So Google Chrome, this is customized a little bit. We got some other stuff in the bookmarks bar up here, but if we see here, you also have a back button, a refresh, home button, and we also have the bookmarks button here where we can add the site we're on as a bookmark to the bookmarks bar or all the bookmarks, or if we had other folders up there, we can also do that. I'm going to just cancel out of that. You can go in the 3 dots here and you'll see settings. And the same thing that we had before in Edge, there's all the different categories that you can go through, or at the very top, type into the search to search through the settings and find what you're looking for. Finally, in Firefox, we'll also see a back button, refresh, home button, some other buttons up here. There's also to add to the bookmarks. You can choose where it's going to and what it's called. And here we've got what they call the hamburger menu. Instead of the 3 dots, which the other 2 browsers have, they're 3 lines. When you click into that, you've got settings. And here we've got categories with all the options, or again, find in settings. So you can search through the settings to find what you're looking for. So now that you know how to navigate between 3 different web browsers, there's the searching, which is what we use this for. So there's a couple of things that you might want to do. If we're going shopping, let's see, for a marketing course online, and it's going to come up with some search results. One of the things is you'll see sponsored showing for sponsored ads, and we might not want anything sponsored. So you would look down below for anything that is not sponsored, and that might be something a little more what you're looking for. But besides the basic searching, maybe we want to be more specific. So let's see, we've got something here, free online marketing course with certificates. Now here it says digital marketing, and it highlights it in bold with the keywords that we're looking for. So digital marketing certification course. The spelling, you can tell, is a little bit different, and they're not all in the right order. So if we want to make sure that we got something with the certificate, for example, we can put this part in brackets, and making use of quotes is one way to ensure that it has that exact string of keywords, which we don't currently have that showing at the moment. So if I hit enter, now we can see marketing courses with certificates. That part is showing all together. We also have free in there, but we don't have the online part, but it does have the keyword free, which we were looking for. It doesn't say online, but it does have the other part here in brackets or quotes. I don't know why I keep calling it brackets, but you'll see as we scroll down through the rest here, they're all going to be giving us the part that we had in quotes, because that was the most important part of the keywords to us. What if we want to exclude something? So for example, we'll go in here and we'll see that we got great learning at the top. Maybe we don't want that to show. So I'll go in here, add a space and a minus sign, and say mygreatlearning.com. So we're excluding that. I'll hit enter. Now I got my search results pretty much exactly the same what I had, but it's excluding that one now because I put in the minus sign to exclude it. So that's your second search tip. Now, what if we want to search through some other specific site like LinkedIn? They've got some different courses on there. Let's clear all that out of here. And what you can do is type in site : and we're going to type linkedin.com. So it's going to search linkedin.com, add a space, and then we can say marketing course. Now we can see all these search results are coming from LinkedIn, and we got marketing courses, marketing, courses, marketing, courses. So it's got those keywords. They're not together as a string, but we can combine these 2 skills that we learned here.